Sam Norris, international male model. He's making his mark on the globe, one gorgeous photo at a time. Sought after for his chiseled features and amazing physique, Sam is in high demand. Walking the runways from New York to Paris to Australia and gracing the pages of Paris's Winkler magazine and Armani Exchange, as well as music videos. We recently caught up with Sam Norris at the Indianapolis Museum of Art's Lily Garden shortly after his return from Haiti for a one-on-one. So Sam, tell me a little bit about your childhood. How did it all start?
Well, I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I've moved back and forth. My mom's from Indianapolis, Indiana, so that's what gets me here. But we've been back and forth throughout life. Childhood was kind of rough. At the same time, we lived on the low end of stuff, low income family, the impoverished life, homeless at times. So she had family here, so it was like a back and forth thing. So that's generally where all it started.
While taking in the lush beauty of Lily Garden, I discovered his drive and determination to transform a country. Tell me about Haiti. How did that come about?
Oh, yeah. It's a few things. I think I can narrow it down in three. It's not as bad as people make it seem. It does need a lot of help, and it's some unbelievable things you'll see there. Everybody knows, like, New York, the concrete jungle. No. After I've seen what I've seen, I will officially say if Haiti is not the concrete jungle, it's the pond of all. I became the lead face for Couture for this year's theme for He's International. Just to kind of go over the fact that, I did a lot of traveling. I've pushed it out there and dealt with so many different aspects of life that, I can keep that same attitude and just put them in different perspectives, in the Australia and things like that. So he was like, you know what, we got to go further. And as soon as he was like that, I'm like, well, yeah, we got to go further. I'm hyping it on. But what happened was he's like, no, we're going to go to Haiti. I'm thinking, oh, okay. We're going to Haiti? He's like, yeah, we'll have the tickets booked in a week. And
what type of things, what did you expect to see in Haiti, and what were you surprised to see in Haiti?
Oh, man. Well, for one thing, I kind of expected us to land in like some open dirt, like airport area, and you may see like a hyena run across the field, and you got poachers out there. It's almost what you would think in the jungles of Africa or something. But I had to like my own research and things like that. You Google Haiti, you see nothing but dead bodies, you see dead kids, you see nothing but tragedy. The other side, and it was like seeing New York times 3. New York has everybody who's like selling things, the boosters and things. It's the same exact thing.
So that leads me to my next question. How has this experience in Haiti changed you as a person? What did it do to you internally?
Well, it definitely allowed me to not make excuses for myself, in a sense. You know how they say, when you see your story is only as worse until you hear the next man's story. That's actually how I took it. When I seen the way they were living, even when I went to the orphanage, I could say I was blessed to be in just that type of impoverished life, because there was a chance. With being in America, it's everybody wants to live the American dream, and there's always that promise that there is a possibility. There, it's like, how do you tell somebody there's a promise of possibility when all you know is nothing? I definitely have to give all kind of like kudos to my mom, because like I said, growing up was rough, but even in my teenage and adult years was tough. When I would need for things, and my mom gave me that urgency that, well, if you can't get it, you better find a way. And so that's what played a part in it, because we all hear about the stories of how people go to New York, or they go to big cities they're foreign to, they lived homeless for a while, they struggled, they try to find jobs, things like that. That's the same story I had. Difference is, some of them, they'll quit the game early, or whatever they're after, they'll allow the outside factors to discourage them. Me, on the other hand, I would just hear that voice, you better find a way to get it. And that just every day played a part in it. Like, I'm not one of those individuals, I may see 10 hours of sleep in a week. I may see 6 hours of sleep. It reminds me of the movie Good Will Hunting. The guy with the race dogs, the huskies, and the Indian guy. And that's it's funny, because it's always been one of those things that played in my life. He told him, when you get closer to the finish line, you're gonna sleep less. You're gonna sleep hour less, 2 hours less, and then you're gonna get to a point where you cannot sleep at all because you have to go. The line is there, and it's only you and it, and somebody's about to take it from you. And that's how I live every day now. Even I think my body's kind of immune to it at this point, so it doesn't bother me as much to go to sleep at 4 o'clock and get back up at 7, and have the same energy I just had almost 38 hours ago, because that's probably the last time I slept. But that in that sense, is an unstable life for a lot of people. But for me, like I said, it's straight stability for me. That's the way I can live it.